Hello there, and welcome back for part 3 of 4, taking a look at the Mega Construx Halo Metallic Cryotubes that were released back in 2016. At the time of recording this video on Thursday, March 20th, 2025, you can pick up a full set of these guys, all 4 of them, for under $50 shipped from China, which is kind of mind-blowing, considering these guys came out in 2016. I'll have that link down below to the eBay page and the eBay seller. I'm not going to try to pronounce their name because it's like 30 characters long and I'll probably mispronounce something, so it'll just be linked down below for you guys. So if you're interested in them, go ahead and take a look down there. I'm going to knock out a few of the shared details from each set. So each set is age rating of 8+. Each set comes with 23 pieces. And then each set, you can kind of tell the color of the pod is going to match the armor that the Spartan is wearing. And then the glass on the door is going to be the same color as the Spartan's visor. That's going to be shared across the line for all 4 of them. I may repeat that in each individual video, I may not, but we'll go ahead and see what happens. And with that, we will begin part 3, taking a look at the Copper Mettalic Cryotube that comes with the Spartan Mark 6 Gen 2. Taking a look at figure number 3, we've got the Metallic Cryotube in the copper color that comes with the Spartan Mark 6 Gen 2, which is essentially the Halo 4-5 version of Mark 6 armor. Up top, you got the Mega Construx logo in the orange and the white. Below that, you got a picture of our Spartan in the metallic color with the Taking a look at the package for review number 3, we've got the copper version of the Metallic Cryotube. This comes with the Mark 6 Gen 2 Spartan. Up top, you got the orange and the white Mega Construx logo. Just below that, you've got the Mark 6 Gen 2 Spartan. On the other side of the package, we got gray Forerunner tech detail. We got a silver and white Halo logo. Below that, you got metallic Cryotubes in multiple languages. Then you got 8+, 23 pieces, David X-Ray Frank 07 for your set number. That is DXF07. You got the Cryotube in the metallic with a silver cover. And then you got a single piece of tape going across it to keep everything intact. And then if we flip it over to the back side, you got all your legally barcodes and all that important stuff. 2016, Mattel Canada Inc., yada yada. Yeah, this here, which I don't think was part of the original packaging, I think that was something that the Chinese seller put on there. I could be incorrect, but that seems to be the same across the board on all 4 of the pods. And then also on the back side here, you got a 2x4's worth of anti-studs that you can stick studs onto for, potential projects, mock projects, stop motion, something like that. You have the ability to clip stuff onto the back. And the same thing goes on the front side. You also have 4 round stud points that you can attach something to as well, just like so. There's that. And then I did cover it in one of the previous videos. I don't think I mentioned it in the second one, but I did cover it in the first one. This can go right onto a stud base plate if you wanted it to. It doesn't clip on there super strong, so it'll pop right off as soon as you move it, but it does fit nicely on there and look like it's supposed to be there. And with that, we'll get it open. So it looks like there's a tear point right here on the back corner. Let's see if we can tear it. Yep, there we go. That just comes over here. That goes all the way around. Almost. There, we're through. And then you just kind of squeeze it together, and that'll release your latches. Dump everything out. There's your figures. And then right there, you got a Mega Bloks logo on the inside, if you can kind of see that. And then you got 3 holes that you can peg something into if you wanted to. I had a peg handy, but I think I've shown that in the previous video. But you can peg a clip or something like that onto these open stud holes here. Well, I guess they're not studs, they're just open holes. But you can peg something onto that. And then that just slots in with these little latches. Those go on together, clipped all together. And there's that. Get that out of the way. Let's see, instructions. These should be identical to the instructions you would have seen in the other 2 videos, but we'll go ahead and open it up for this one. So you get animated picture of all 4 of the Cryotubes, so green, copper, silver, and blue. Mega Construx, Halo, all that stuff. Backside's just generic. There is no parts checklist on this, so just be aware of that in case you needed it for some reason. It's not there. Another picture of all the sets with their part numbers, and then just a generic Spartan how to assemble it. Then the Spartan himself is coming disassembled, because this was before Mega actually assembled the figures for you ahead of time. Nowadays, if you bought a Mega set, all the figures become pre-assembled. Just tear that away, dump everything out. Dump everything out. There we go. Set that off to the side, and we'll go see about getting our figure assembled. So there are some thigh armors. If you had any of the cryopods, go ahead and comment that down below which one your favorite is. If you've got them all, let me know. If you don't got any of them, what's the one that you want to get? Would it be this one? Would it be the silver one, the blue one, or the green one? There we go. There's a little bit of excess plastic on the top of the T-joint there. Hopefully that won't get in the way. Just clips on, satisfying click. Sometimes this is the hardest part. The other hardest part is getting actual legs onto the T-joint. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. Came together, nice and tight. It's the way we like it. There we go. There's all that. Get him together, and then we'll bring him in nice and close here in a moment. That's upside down. Don't want that. Ah! And our helmet. And there he is, and we'll bring him in close. Figure comes with the saw in black, which is my first time having it in black. I think I have one in gray right now, but I've never owned one in black. And then here is the figure. He is essentially the Master Chief, but with copper armor. And then he's got that silver visor, which looks really nice. There's a little scratch right there on the corner. Not carried over on the other side. So yeah, just a little scratch there, but that's not the end of the world. It's barely noticeable. And then he's just got a black stand. This one also has that made in China stuff on it, if you can see it. There it is. So the first figure we looked at had that. The second one did not. Oh, backplate's coming off. Why are we not going together? There we go. Okay, so. Oh, everything's falling apart. That's weird. There we go. Okay, where'd the saw go? Give him his saw. And there he is. And there he is next to the pod. I do actually kind of like this color, the copper color. I'm kind of leaning more towards liking the silver more, but I also kind of like the copper. I wasn't the biggest fan of the blue one, but the copper actually kind of looks good, in my opinion at least. It looks like something that'd be actual practical in more than just an ocean scenario like the blue armor. But there you go. That is the figure, the pod, the saw, which is always good to get. The saw is one of the nicer guns for like posing, because it doesn't have a very like egregious stock that gets in the way. It's a very thin profile, so it fits right into their shoulder, so you can get a more natural shooting pose with it, which I like. I don't like how loose this elbow is though. Whoop, there you go. That elbow joint seems to be pretty loose. Wow. There we go. Getting everything all messed up here. Okay. That is going to be the end for this video here for you. So go ahead, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and turn notifications on. That way you'll know when the final part 4, comes out. That's where we're going to be comparing all 4 drop pods together to see which one is the best. And I just realized I said drop pod. These are not drop pods. These are cryopods. I keep saying drop pods. You probably have noticed me saying that a couple of times throughout the videos. I've tried to correct myself whenever I say it, but just be aware, I keep mistakenly calling these cryopods. These are not metallic cryopods. These are metallic cryopods. They're not metallic drop pods. Gosh, English is not the easiest thing, even for a native English speaker. So, like I was saying, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn notification bells on, like the video, drop a comment of something nice or not nice, just something in the comments, and the Spartan Mark 6 Gen 2 is signing out. Peace.